I'm Shirley Li, I'm a correspondent at Entertainment Weekly, and I am here to try and explain the Berlanti-verse, aka the Arrowverse, to you. So we're gonna start with Arrow. It's about a billionaire playboy. His name is Oliver Queen. He's played by Stephen Amell. He returns to Starling City and becomes a vigilante, known later as the Green Arrow. The first time we meet the Flash is in the second season of Arrow in episode 7, titled The Scientist.
That's interesting, right?
Greg Berlanti wanted the episode to be kind of a backdoor pilot for Grant Gustin's The Flash, and it succeeded, it got picked up, and so when the third season of Arrow began, the first season of The Flash began at the exact same time. You now have two stories coexisting in the same timeline, the same universe, and in the 8th episode of the third season of Arrow, you got the first crossover, which was The Flash versus the Arrow, in which the two heroes had to, well, basically fight, and later they made up, which is great.
I'm so sorry.
So between the first and second seasons of The Flash and the third and fourth seasons of Arrow, I hope you're keeping up with me, what you have is a 6-episode animated web series focused on Vixen.
You look surprised to see me.
And just because Vixen is animated doesn't mean it exists outside of this entire universe. Not only did actors from The Flash and Arrow lend their voices to the show, the actress who voices Vixen herself was on an episode of Arrow in season 4.
I have got to get me one of these.
Speaking of the 4th season of Arrow, this is when things got really crazy because you didn't just get one show, you got 3 more shows in the Berlanti-verse. First up is Supergirl, which premiered in the fall of 2015 on CBS. After the first season, the show moved over to the CW and not only existed on a different network, she also existed in a different reality. Until episode 18 in Supergirl's first season, titled World's Finest.
How many other Earths are there other than this one?
When the Flash showed up in National City, having traveled fast enough to break through his own reality and wind up in Supergirl's. Therefore introducing the Berlanti-verse's concept of the multiverse. Legends of Tomorrow is Greg Berlanti's take on time travel. That's the simplest way to put it. It stars Arthur Darvill as Rip Hunter, a man who winds up recruiting people like Sarah Lance, Firestorm, and other heroes that you've probably met throughout the other shows. Because the team of time travelers in Legends of Tomorrow can, well, travel time, they were able to see Arrow and the Flash in different time periods.
Long time no see.
There was also the short-lived NBC series Constantine. It only lasted a season. He only got to demon hunt a little while, but he did wind up in the 5th episode of the 4th season of Arrow.
Oh, that's been bugging me for hours.
Well now, so we've got 4 series, and then an animated series, Vixen, and all together they combine to form the Berlanti-verse, or Arrowverse. Now these 4 shows are coming together for this massive, super epic crossover event that has been 5 years in the making for these casts and creators. And you know what? Who knows what other series they'll make? Maybe we'll have to do this again in 5 years and it'll be another 10 series. Keep track then.